Virgin Galactic will send its first all-female crew to space this year. We love to hear it.
Yes.
And our next guest is set to lead that mission. Now, Kellie Gerardi is set to travel beyond the stratosphere this year for what will be her second trip. It's part of an unprecedented era for spaceflight, with NASA also preparing to send its first crewed mission to the moon in more than half a century. Joining us this morning from Jupiter, Florida, not Jupiter the planet, had to say it, is Kellie Gerardi, an astronaut and bioastronautics researcher. So good to have you on the program. So all-female mission that you're going to lead, how did this come about?
Yeah, I'm very grateful. My first mission was in 2023, where Virgin Galactic was really able to transform their cabin into a suborbital science lab for our crew. So it's the honor of a lifetime to get sent back again alongside a brilliant team of scientists. So very excited to work with this science team. It just happens to be an all-female science team. We didn't plan it that way, but it is pretty remarkable and exciting. And we do talk a lot about the power of visible representation, and our crew does have a shared goal of inspiring the next generation of kids. So that's part of why the Beyond Words project with AFLAC was such a wonderful fit for me. And I'm excited to share a little bit about it.
Yeah, we want to talk about your book, but I want to sort of hit on something you just said, inspiring the next generation of kids. Let's talk about that moment that you happened to look out your window and you saw a space shuttle for the very first time, and that sort of fueled your lifelong interest in space. Can you just take us back to how old you were and that sense of wonder that you had, and why it's so important for you to develop that in younger children?
Absolutely. Like you mentioned, I'm here live today from Jupiter, Florida, which is my hometown and very on brand for someone who grew up with my particular passions in life. And those are some of my earliest memories: filing out on the football field, going to watch a space shuttle launch. I think for me, that was a very powerful image as a child and as an adolescent. I felt like I had front row seats to the final frontier from a very early age, and it made quite a big impression on me here growing up near the Space Coast in Florida. And I always knew that I wanted to be a part of that. So getting to grow up and actually do it and make that dream come true and help open up access to space for the next generation of scientists has always been the goal.
And Kellie, you've cited your daughter as an inspiration for your continued ambitions in space. Tell us about that and how you're trying to connect with the next generation of astronauts with the new book that you mentioned.
Yeah, absolutely. So my daughter Delta is 8, and I'm about 7.5 months pregnant right now with another younger sibling, another girl. So our family is overjoyed. And it is a big priority of mine. When AFLAC reached out about the project, a book called Beyond Words, to really help teach children empathy and kindness and caring for others and using imagination to reinforce that, and to support children who are navigating cancer and blood disorders, where all net proceeds of the book will go towards. It was an immediate yes. And when I read the story, I just kept thinking about how my 8-year-old daughter would love and benefit from this book, and I wanted to be a part of it.
I love that. The other thing that I happened to notice, Kellie, is in addition to all the space-themed memorabilia behind you there, you got a cover album of The Life of a Showgirl. So talk to me about that.
Have a little Easter egg back there.
Yeah, I love that Easter egg. Just to give me a sense of that. I mean, yes, you are this badass, astronaut, but you also, like all of us, love Taylor Swift.
Yeah, no one is immune. No, I do. It was the first concert that I was able to bring my daughter to, and a very special memory for us to share together when we got to go to the Eras tour. My daughter is a big Swiftie. I'm a Swiftie. I love it. When I flew on my first research mission, one of the fun things my girlfriends did is create a bunch of little friendship bracelets. And I brought them to space with me, and then was able to give them out to some of the people that are most important in my life after the flight. So just a small touch, and, a reminder that some of these themes are not mutually exclusive. Space and sparkle and femininity and being able to embrace your multitudes is something that I want my daughter to really see reinforced on a daily basis.
I love that. And hey, game recognizes game, right?
Okay.
Pioneer in space, pioneer in music. Kellie Gerardi, thanks so much for joining us.